Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Tuesday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 3 decks of cards for this reading today. We're going to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey. Now in the daily angel reading today, we've got a huge message coming through about seeing signs in animals and nature. So if you're seeing animal signs today, we connected with that yesterday, especially the squirrel coming through, the bee, other messages like the owl. It's a huge sign you're being guided. So you may want to watch yesterday's video as well if you're seeing certain animals, because animals are giving you guidance and signs. The way the universe is communicating with you through the things you see and the things you're made aware of. They're also making me aware today of 2 physical ascension symptoms that I'm going to be talking about in a moment. But I'm going to bring in today the Star Wars affirmation cards. I'm going to bring in the True Love Sacred Union deck by our soul sister Patricia, and I'm going to bring in the Buddha Wisdom Divine Feminine cards. So let's shuffle first and see what's going on. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com. So thank you, angels. What's the energy around you today, or the guidance for you? What's the guidance? What nugget of knowledge and wisdom is coming through for you today? What do you need to know? What's the energy coming through around them today? What's the message for them today? I want clear cards. I'm going to shuffle until I get the card. There we go. What's the guidance for them, the journey today? What's the guidance for the journey? I feel it's this one trying to come out here. Interesting, we've got purple for you, which is about your psychic senses, about your crown chakra, your third eye, and seeing beyond the illusion. We've got blue for the masculine, which is about the throat chakra and communication. And we've got the yellow for the journey connected with the solar plexus. Very interesting. You know, trusting what you feel inside, following your heart and your truth. So there's a sign there in itself. So this is why it's so important you pay attention to what you see and what your intuition is saying to you. So the guidance around them today, straight out. That's the guidance for them. What's the guidance for you today? What's the guidance for you today? Wow, look at this flying out here. There's one here. You've got the credit, so you know what that means. It's about giving yourself credit for how far you've come. What about the journey there, straight out? And then we're going to bring the Buddha Wisdom cards in. So what's the guidance for you today? What's the guidance for them? And what's the guidance for the journey today? What's the guidance? There it is, the guidance for the journey. So before I go into these cards, let me talk about these ascension symptoms. The first one they're giving me is ribs. Now in my ascension oracle, I haven't got a card for ribs, but they've given me a very clear message. The ribs protect. Okay, so ribs protect the heart and the lungs and all the major organs, all the major things that ribs protect. And I feel that if you're hurting in your ribs today, or if you bang your ribs, like well, the way the angels show me is they make me experience things. So I was walking down the stairs and I just kind of walked funny and hit my ribs on the side of the staircase. And I was like, okay, ribs. And then I was walking up the stairs and I hurt my shoulder, so it's shoulder as well. But I'm connecting with ribs first. And what I'm actually getting is they have put this wall of protection around them. There is now being released. So I feel it's a huge sign that if they aren't reaching out to you or they're trying to hold themselves back, remember it's always about them protecting the heart and protecting their vital organs because they're in such fear. And those ribs or those walls they've created around themselves are being pulled down. So I feel the banging of the ribs is a sign of breakthroughs, and you know the walls that they've got around the heart and around their life, the walls they've built up, is all coming crumbling down. So I'm seeing it as a huge sign of a breakthrough. So remember, God isn't interested in their comfort. God is interested in their breakthroughs and their, learning and growth. So if they are stuck in 4 walls, so what I'm actually seeing is like, and they show me in my mind it like a castle with a moat and everything, all these things they put around themselves to stay where they are or to remain stuck in these comfort zones, they're all going to fall apart. So the tower is coming in. So a big tower moment is coming into their life to shake things up. It's like God is going to prune that tree. God's shaking that tree so all the fruit can fall out. So obviously you can receive the rewards, but also so things can change, the cutting of the tree. So I'm really seeing this as shaking a tree. You know, if someone's sitting in a tree and you want them out of the tree, what are you going to do? You shake the tree. And that's what God's doing right now. He's shaking their tree. So you have to have faith that their world is being turned upside down. And I don't mean that in a bad way, like, oh, you know, we never want to inflict harm on anyone, but they have to go through these changes. So God's making this happen. So you have to have faith that the things are happening in their lives that need to happen to push them forward to you and to where they belong and where they're truly meant to be. That's about divine intervention. So again, remember, you're being guided to take a step back. And the ribs is also reminded to protect your heart at this time, to set your boundaries and know your worth, to be silent if you need to, and pull your energy back into you. Now, shoulders is about burdens. Imagine Jesus carrying his cross, and it was a burden. He was carrying the world's sins on his shoulders with that cross. So he was carrying the cross, and when he put the cross down, even though he knew he was going to be crucified, he felt relief that that cross was off his shoulder. So the burdens, when they finally make a change, and they finally choose themselves and speak their truth, even though it's going to be painful, and it may bring up a lot of chaos, they're going to feel a big relief, because they're carrying this burden around. It's like if you're wearing a big fur coat, or a big heavy coat, and then you put another one on, eventually you won't be able to move. And you'll hunch over and you won't feel very good. If you take the coats off, you feel, lighter, better. So I feel that's definitely the message coming through. They will feel lighter and better, less heavy, when they finally make the change. So remember, shoulders are out burdens. So feeling overwhelmed and weighed down by burdens. So if you're having shoulder pain, or if you're going through these rib issues, it's about burdens, carrying around the weight of the world. That's how they feel. So cut out all fears, cords of fear, and give any struggles to heaven to find a release. So I definitely feel that they're feeling very burdened. So try and have compassion for what they're going through right now. Because as hard as it may be for you to not be with them, they are really in a lot of pain. So the guidance for you, remember, we've got the crown chakra and the third eye coming through. Make a new friend. Talk to someone new and find out what you have in common. There's a good chance that you are more alike than you first imagined. Now, this is really powerful because you can make a new friend with yourself. You can become your own best friend now. You can connect with your angels. You've found this channel for a reason. There's people here who get you. People who support you, who want what you want. People who understand you. You're not alone. And obviously I do many live streams where you can jump into the chat and be around people. And you'll feel less alone. Now, it's not about you feeling alone. I don't feel you feel alone. But this is saying to you, there's plenty of opportunities right now for you to be less alone, to have people around you, to have support. So you may want to spend time with your friends, or maybe your circle is changing and you're meeting new friends, you're making new friends. Maybe you've started a new job and you're meeting new friends at work. But this is showing you you're not alone. I feel the message I need to give to you today is, whatever's going on, you are not alone. And you know you're not alone because you can be your own best friend. You can have your angels there as your friends, and you are supported and safe. So make friends with yourself today, and then everything else will follow. To grant everyone everything from a pure heart. So really what God is saying here is, I want to grant everyone's wishes if they are coming from a pure heart. So this is also why you have to surrender the journey. Because when you're wanting something out of ego or greed or need, it's not given. Because you're learning to surrender and let go. You're learning to be happy with what you have. You're learning to be grateful. You're learning to be trusting. You're learning to have faith. And when you have that and you have a pure heart, all your wishes are going to get granted, including who you're spending time with and what your relationship is. So this is about you looking at things with a pure heart, with clear intentions, and giving yourself credit for how far you've come. And this is also a message from Patricia, so I'm going to read this out. This card deck was received to be written with the intention to share and help you on your journey. It does not claim completion. May each thought serve you for your highest good. Isn't that powerful? Because what that's saying is we're always learning. We're always growing. It's never done here. Take what resonates with you on a vibrational level and let the rest go. I wish you deep insights and great blessings on your personal endeavour into the bliss of true love and union. Dedicated to Venus and the divine sisterhood in eternal gratitude to my true love and everything we share. And that's a message from Patricia to her twin flame, but also to everyone here as well. So thank you, Patricia, for sharing that. There's also a huge message that we are all one. We're here for each other. We're here to support each other. So the people around you are right here, right now. And the guidance is your past, present and future are elusive. Be pure. So there's a real message coming through today to be pure in thought, to be pure in intention, to be pure, to cleanse yourself, to purify yourself, to cleanse and purify your space. And because you're being prepared for something new. So free yourself from such conditions unimpeded. So what this means is free yourself from anything that's holding you back from being pure and clear about who you are, what you want and why you've come. And don't ever feel like you're alone, because you're not. You have support and you are protected. And when you connect with your third eye and your crown chakra, you see beyond the illusion of the physical. And you remember your truth. You remember why you've come, and you've come here to release responsibility, to hand the reins over to your twin so they make their decisions. It's not your job to carry around their burdens anymore. They've got to release their burdens. If you're carrying around their burdens, you're taking some of the weight away. And they need to feel the weight of their burdens to be able to need and want to release that. So the energy around them today is some situations in life may seem impossible. So it may feel like to them it's impossible for them to be with you, or impossible for them to walk away from their karmic relationship. But the word impossible means I'm possible. So really nothing is impossible, because with God all things are possible. And we spoke about that in yesterday's reading as well. However, they need to believe in themselves to make these changes. So you can't give up. This is for them. You can't give up just because the odds seem against you. Learn to identify what you can and cannot control, and then accept what you can do from there. So they need to believe in themselves, because when they do that, they can change their life, and they can speak their truth, and they can communicate to you how they really feel. And that's what they're being guided to do, to speak their truth, to be authentic. And this is also a reminder for you to let go of what you can and can't control and give that to God. And the message for them is, with true love comes sacred union and holy partnership. So this is a holy love. It's a holy partnership. It's ordained by God, and it's true love. And they recognize this. They don't want to lose that. They don't want to lose you. They may be really afraid of taking this leap of faith and changing their life, but they know they don't want to lose you, because it's not only true love, it's a sacred, holy partnership. And they want that with you. And whatever else they've got, it's not like that. It's not holy. It's not pure. It's filled with lies and deceit, because their truth lies with you. So the guidance for them is, something is, what is it? Only because of what it's not. Something is what it is, only because of what it's not. So a little bit of wisdom there, because what the angels are trying to say is they are realizing what is and what isn't. They are realizing what they want and what they don't want through the experiences and the chaos they're in. So the energy around the journey, remember, is to connect with the solar plexus and the gut instinct. Look at this. You've got here the masculine saying, this situation seems impossible. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to do. And the guidance for the journey is, be patient, because nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Why? Because with God, all is possible. So the message for you watching is to be patient. The message for them is to realize that they have the power to believe in themselves, to change their life, because this is possible for them. It is possible for them to be in a love relationship with you, a sacred union, a holy partnership. It is possible for them to move on from the past and do it in an amicable way and not lose anything. It is possible for them. You may be destined for great things, but reaching your goals still takes time, hard work and determination. So this is really reminding you your journey is in divine timing. It can't be rushed or forced or pressured in any way. You have to believe and have faith. So yes, you are destined to be together. It's destiny for you to be together and to have this great life together and this great love. However, to get there, it takes time, hard work and determination. In other words, don't give up. Put the effort in And for you right now, that effort means to let go and surrender. And it takes effort for you to do that, because you start panicking, you go into fear and you worry. Because for the feminine, your lesson is to let go of control. And for the masculine, the lesson is to take control, to step forward, to step out of the comfort zone. And that's scary too. True love is unconditional. So again, you're being reminded here, love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not demand its own way. Love does not hold any record of wrongs. Love does not judge. So instead of trying to make it conditional, you've got to do it this way. You have to do it this way. Or you need to do it by this time or this date. You can't put timelines on that. You can't put conditions on unconditional love. That's why you're learning right now to detach and surrender. And the guidance is fall in love with yourself again to bring in the love of your life. Wow. So really, from their perspective, they need to remember who they are, so they can fall in love with themselves again. And a lot of them don't love themselves right now. They feel like a failure. They don't feel confident. They don't feel desirable unless they're around you. So they need to realise that when they start seeing themselves properly, they can move on and they can make changes, because they deserve to be with you, someone who makes them feel desirable and lovable again, someone who is their true match. For you, when you give to you, remember becoming your own best friend, which is your guidance today, or making new friends, or being around people who've got your back, or connecting with your angels, then you fall in love with yourself again. You remember your own value. You connect with God, the Creator. You remember why you've come to earth, and you spend time in deep contemplation and introspection and reflection through meditation and self-love and self-care. And then when you're working on you and they are working on them, you come together like magic, because the angels create the way. Because then there's no ego in the way, there's no struggle in the way, and everything will fall into place. So the answer here today is be patient and loving. With God, all things are possible. You just have to believe in yourself, believe in them, and focus on you, and then the doors will open. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.